All right, back in house here at Coosa Christian with two very special people, and I'm going to let these young man and young woman introduce themselves at this time.
Like Vincent Dupree, everybody call me Vinny. I went to Cherokee County High School, graduated in '99. I've been coaching here at Coosa for right about 4 years, I believe, maybe 5. Started out coaching football, then transitioned into softball and girls basketball.
I'm Jayleigh Dupree, and I'm in the 8th grade, and I used to go to Southside Elementary. Then I moved to Coosa my 4th grade year, so I've been going here for about 5 years.
Well, the reason I want to bring you guys in, very rarely do you get to see the father-daughter combo in a coaching playing situation. So obviously this is a good, unique way to do it because there's tons of questions and tons of angles we can take this at. I'm going to start with you, Vinny. First of all, what intrigued you back in the day to come be a part of Coosa Christian?
Well, at first it was getting a different scenery for my kids, okay? They all went to Southside in the beginning. And I mean, Southside wasn't a bad place. It's just they needed something different for them to prosper and be better men. All right. The intention then wasn't for her to come. It was just the boys move. And like I said, we didn't move because they was great at football or anything. We just moved for their growth. But like I said, once we moved, we decided to move. I think she was like, "I'm going where my brothers go." So that's how she got tagged along into this. But the experience here it's been great. As soon as we got here, it's been open arms. The faculty on the other side, the coaches on this side, they just, it's a brotherhood. All right. And again, being able to have, Christ as well being taught in the school, it's been a big up for my family.
When you got in the walls here, so to speak, and got to know everybody, what was it that intrigued you to get back into the coaching aspect of it?
Well, I guess at that time, I was still, like my boys had moved on. I coached them, through Little League, Pee Wee, and they came here to play, high school ball. But I was still coaching youth basketball with her and several other girls around the town. And when we moved here, it was a great time for me to get a gym to myself. So they ended up letting us use the gym here. All right. And I guess, they asked me, they seen how I was working with the girls, and they ended up asking me, if I want to help out, with the team, like with football, first of all. Coach O'Brien, he the one that really brought me on with football. So he knew that I had a little football experience, and he's like, "Hey, look, man, why don't you come out, help us coach, you know what I'm saying? And, we'll, whatever position you want to coach, you go right ahead. I'll let you handle it." So he the one that really got me involved in coaching high school ball. And then it just kind of faded in coaching. I think I started coaching softball next, and then it faded into coaching, basketball.
Basketball, yeah, and the softball. Yeah, you took over a softball program. A lot of things changed. You got the basically can play on campus now. That wasn't a thing until you got here and got it rolling. And I know you helped with that, getting that thing going and stuff like that. But just talk about girls overall and having Jayleigh here, obviously, with this interview. And we're going to talk to her in just a second about it. But the girls here at Coosa have definitely responded to your coaching and mentorship as you've grown these girls. And we've sat here and watched numerous girls get better at their craft. And just your overall thoughts on the girls program here at Coosa.
I think the girls program is coming. It's came from a long way. I guess from when I first got here and watched it. Not to say it was bad, but I don't think they really got showed any attention. Like it really, they wasn't, part of the spotlight, you know what I'm saying? But my goal was, not only because I had a daughter, because I started coaching the girls before she even started playing, high school ball, is to pour into them. All right. Pour into them. That way they could become better women, mothers, out there. They can be great that playing sports, basketball, softball, whatever they dream to do. So I guess that's my goal, or that was my goal. It still is my goal, is to pour into them. That way they can be better at whatever they want to be. They can be whatever they want to be and do whatever they want to do. And it just takes people like me and some of these other coaches we got to, get in their ear and let them know that, it's a lot out there for them.
100%. Now, Jayleigh, once you got here and got to know the girls, you've been playing up pretty much your whole entire career here. I mean, you've been on varsity or very heavily dominating JV, but since you've been here, what's your experience been like being around these Coosa girls and in the program?
I mean, it's been good. It's a big difference from moving to Southside, because at Southside, I didn't have the older girls to be there for me. But when I come here, it's a smaller environment, and AJ and all the older girls, they're always here for me. If I ever needed to talk to anybody, they're always I know I can go to them about it. So I guess it's just I know I have people to talk to here, and everybody likes everybody. And I mean, we haven't had any team drama recently, so everybody's just been good. So it's good.
A drama-free life is a positive, I can tell you that. We asked the other girls this in their interviews, being able to learn about Christ and being in an environment like that where you get chapel and Christ is first and across the street with the church and all the good positive things. What's that like? Because a lot of student athletes in a lot of different places don't get that.
Yeah, our school, we always put him first. So if anybody, if it's anything to do with injuries or anybody going through something at home, our school will just gather up and just pray together for all of that. And so it's really just Christ is a big help in everything we do. So Miss Dale makes sure to always put him first. So we all know sport, it comes God, then sports. So we know we got to get what we got to get done over there and then come over here. It's God first and then sports. So
you got to keep that mentality throughout your life. You mentioned AJ earlier, and obviously she's been a huge part of this, her whole entire career. Who are some of the other girls you really looked up to as well when you first got here that you was man, I really admire what she's doing? Some of the girls that was up ahead of you.
I admire Maya and Katie O'Brien, because they've always been team leaders. When they were here in school, I would always know, we were in workouts, they would pick on them to be the team leaders, and I always knew it was always them two being team leaders, and they always showed their, accountability. So we always knew, that, or it's not just me, everybody knew that they were the team leaders. They stepped up for everybody, and then now AJ coming up as a senior, that's her responsibility, and she was a team leader too with them, so it was them three. But AJ coming up as a senior, she's taking that role as a team leader.
Yeah, she's a silent warrior. She's kind of quiet, but she carries a big stick on the court, so to speak. Coach, let me ask you this. Having a daughter in the program, that's a little bit different aspect. That's one of the main reasons I want to do this interview. When do you get to take the coaching hat off, so to speak? Y'all are on your way home. Is it at the dinner table? When do you turn that off and become dad again?
Most of the time it's when we get in the car, because it's just me and her that time, and she can really express, her feelings and thoughts, as far as game and everything like that. And I could kind of, take off the coaching hat and be like, hey baby, we needed, you should have did this better, not as a coach, but as a dad, or maybe you could have, used this or did this, blah, blah, blah. But, yes, mostly, and then when we get home, we sit, we talk, we watch film together, as dad and daughter. But like you said, it's hard. It's hard because you don't want, I guess I fear that, everybody gets that perception of daddy ball. And I guess most people that know me know it's far from daddy ball with me and all. I treat everybody the same. And I expect everything, the same out of, the seniors to her, to the seventh graders. So, but like I said, it's been an experience, okay? Like I said, I did this with my boys. I did. And, I finished football with them. And it's a little bit more. I guess it's a little bit more. I ain't gonna say it's. I don't want to, put her over them, but it has been a little bit more special, with her.
Yeah.
Because, she's watched us, son, dad, coach ever since she was 2, 3 years old, and she just sit in the background, and now it's kind of our turn now.
Yeah.
And it's a great experience, and everybody don't get to do that, and I'm blessed to be able to get to do that.
How awesome is it, and maybe challenging at the same time, to have that as a coach?
I mean, it's when he's not yelling at me and criticizing me about every little thing, it's good. But yeah, I mean, like most of the time it's just yelling.
What is the absolute maddest you made him on the court? Is there a certain time? Was it in the game? Maybe practice?
I don't know. I think last year in the Cherokee County game, I kind of gave up and I just started trotting on the court and not doing anything, and then he got really mad.
That'll set a bomb off on a coach.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, a few more questions before I get you guys out of here. If you had a crystal ball, looked into the future, and say you had the perfect scenario for Coosa's women's sports, what would that look like in, let's say, 5 years from now?
5 years from now, crystal ball. I mean, I see the numbers grow of participation. We have a lot of athletic girls today in this school. All right, and it's I guess it's being able to reach out and get them to trust, us as coaches, for them to have a good experience. So 5 years from now, have, the top-notch participation, of course, competing, with the best of the best. And then, I guess, just making that name for not just only the boys, but, the girls, being relevant in all sports and all things.
I agree. It makes for a better overall experience for the kids.
Yes.
when both's clicking on all cylinders. Question for you, Jayleigh. You're still relatively young in your career, obviously. I mean, you got many years here at Coosa, but by the time you're a senior, that's a long time from now. I mean, you're going to a lot of games and things like that. You've already seen growth in the program. What do you think Coosa girls sports will look like in the future by the time you're a senior?
I think we'll be pretty good, because like you said, there's a bunch of athletic girls. Also there's girls that are athletic but aren't playing the right sports. Some girls are really athletic playing soccer, but they've never tried basketball, so they won't really know. And I feel like they'll come to try it out, so maybe we'll have them too. And I feel like we could be really good.
You're about to play in a game versus Eider, which I'm gonna try to get this video up tonight. So you're about to play unquestionably one of the favorites in 1A to win it, and without a doubt the favorite to win it in the state of Alabama when the season started. Talk about that opportunity and how awesome it is you're going to get that opportunity to play a team like that, who is odds-on favorite to win the state before the season and even throughout the season, even though they've had some injuries.
It's a big opportunity. We've come so far in our season. At this point, we could have been done, but we're so I feel like we're so dedicated to get to Jacksonville that we've come so far from where we were. And last year, we made it this far, but we didn't really have hope about it. But I think our whole team has a bunch of hope that we can actually get this game and win. So I feel like it's just a big opportunity to get to play somebody that already thinks they have the upper hand, and we are coming in as the underdogs, and we know we can win this game. So they just feel like it's not going to be a game at all. And I think we could, our whole team knows we have a chance at winning, so I think we could really get somewhere.
Vinny, for you, the question is, you got a couple of seniors on this team. how important is it? And I've heard coaches say this before, and I know you're going to be right there. You've done your part as a coach, but ultimately it's up into their hands. How important is it for you guys to go out there and give your all as a staff, and these girls to give their all to help these seniors have one more game?
It's very important, and I'll go back to day one. All right, so we set ourselves up for this type of scenario. So we knew if we made it to sub-region, we'll be playing, the best of the best. It's either gonna be Ida or it's gonna be Winterboro. All right, that's what we prepared for. So in the beginning of the season, we set games up. I mean, we played the Alexandrias, we played the Sardis. We matched up with teams like that to prepare us for this day or tomorrow. All right, we try to set ourselves up for success. And in those games, we seen what we could do and the potential that we could have. And it's important. I mean, I think my seniors, AJ and Sarah Kate, they understand that, this could be it for them. All right. This could be it for them. All right. And this could set a good starting point for the underclassmen. All right. If they could win this game or go out here and give it their all, that it would set the standard for years to come. All right. That'll be the standard to stand by. So I'm real confident that they will come in the game, all right, and take control and be ready to play. Again, like she said, they probably, we are the underdogs. It is what it is. But we don't plan to play like the underdogs, okay? We plan to go out there and get what we deserve, and we think we deserve to make it to Jacksonville.
That'd be huge for this. This ain't pressure or nothing, Jayleigh, when I tell you this, but this would be a program-changing game. If you guys were to go out there and win it, I mean, it would change. I think it would change the direction of the program forever, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys agree on that.
I agree with you.
And that ain't putting no more pressure on you. I mean, but you've been through all these workouts with AJ and Sarah Kate. You've watched them cry. You've watched them bust their butts and lead. And y'all can lay it on the line for those girls to give them a chance to play another game. That'd be awesome. Before we shut it down, Jayleigh, I'll start with you. Just who would you like to thank for your journey here? Obviously your dad, just people that supported you along the way to get you to where you are.
I have to thank, my dad, my mom, because they always pushed me to be the best when I'm just down on myself. They always push me to be the best version of myself and make sure that I have everything I need to get through my day and all this stuff. And I want to thank AJ because she's always been my bigger sister and I can always go to her. And she's just always been there for me, so.
Hey, it takes a village to get where you're at. You know that too, Vinny.
Okay.
Vinny, I'll close with you here. Just final thoughts. I mean, we've talked about the program. We've talked about the father-daughter. We've talked about your upcoming opponent and the direction. So just final thoughts. Just turn it over to you. Talk about anything you like.
I like to thank, I go on the thanking part. My dad, I like to thank my dad for teaching me to be the man that I am, all right? Being raised and brought up right. And then I like to thank the school for giving me opportunity, to pour into these girls and to be a part of sports, here. Again, it's real special for a dad or mom to coach the kid or be on the sidelines or be, on the court with them, be involved.
Yeah.
All right. So again, I want to thank all those people for giving me that opportunity. And then, I want to say just keep a lookout for Coosa Christian girls. All right. We on the upcoming. We ready to show our face. We ready to set the standard. All right. Become one of the greats. All right. So I think as long as we keep our coaches in here that we got, all right, and we keep the mentality that we got, I see us being very successful.
Appreciate you guys sitting in with me. Good luck tomorrow, and I'll be at that game myself. Thank you guys.
Appreciate you both.